So I want to talk to you about how to use reference. Because I want you to use reference in this course. My course is here to make you build up your confidence and learn techniques, but you don't want to you want to do things that are going to we're doing commercial art here. Yes, we want to be creative. Of course, we want to make something that looks amazing. We want to make things that people want to play. And by making things that people want to play, you want to make things that are appealing. So you do have to look at what else is out there. You can use that as inspiration and make your own thing. Be creative, be innovative, but you at least want to be aware of the stuff that's out there. And this is all about putting you in the mindset of an artist when you are using reference. Your mind is like a bank, and within that bank, if I told you right now, I don't know what everybody's individual art experience is, but if I told you right now, I need you to draw a car. Some of you won't be able to draw a car. Some of you will be able to draw a car. Some of you can draw 2 or 3 cars. Some of you can do some elaborate automotive designs. Some of you can just do some sort of version or representation of a car. Some of you will need reference, and then you could draw the car. So everybody is different, and the difference that makes from the person who can just draw something from their mind, or the person that needs reference, or it's all about what you're putting inside of your mind, your bank. And so you want to deposit as much as you can in your bank so that when it's time for you to make a withdrawal, meaning when it's time for you to draw, you can go on that. Now, you can deposit things like skills. You can deposit your fundamentals. You want to have a really good base going on. And when it comes time for you to draw, then things won't be as hard for you. Now, I am here to guide you through this whole process of creating assets and tile sets, but I can't possibly teach you every single thing that you are individually going to need, but I can teach you the techniques to get you there, if that makes sense. And I have so many examples. That's about practice. All those examples here, as of this recording, this 15 hours in this course, that's about putting stuff into your memory bank. That's about putting stuff into your drawing bank. You want to fill that up. And that's what I'm trying to do with you, is to fill it up, not with just the techniques, but giving you some stuff to go on. And I will mention this over and over again. I'm not drawing all of this stuff to make the most gorgeous, beautiful, over-the-top art. I'm making this art accessible so that you can understand the techniques, because it's way more important for you to make the awesome, incredible art. So another reason why I allow you to see me make mistakes, I allow you to see everything that's imperfect, I go from one piece of software or app to another, because that's what artists do. So what I want you to look at here is I've got this, how to use reference. These are some of the things that I use to look at reference, because when you break things down to the basics, it makes your life a lot easier. So here I am in Sketchbook Pro, one of my weapons of choice. So I want to know, I'm going to start over on the other side. What am I looking at? Am I looking at the way that I would analyze an individual asset is going to be different from when I look at a complete finished piece filled with art. I'm asking myself things like, if it is some kind of individual asset, I'm asking myself, what is the texture? What is the pattern? How can I break that down to the basics? What shape is it? What color is it? Is it simple? Is it really complex? Is what I'm looking at, is it a modular asset or is it a tiling asset? That makes a difference. And I'm looking at a lot of other things, but I also want to keep in mind that, is this asset that I'm looking at, or this scene, is this painted? Is it vector art? Is it really pixely pixel art? Or is it actually a 3D model that is made to look 2D? That's also very important. Sometimes some of the assets and some of the modular assets that you will see that are in 2D format are actually 3D models. So keep that in mind. And that's the first thing that I want you to look at is it painted? Is it vector art? Is it digital art? Does it look more anime? Does it look more comic booky for some reason? That's what I want you to take a look at. These are questions that I want you to think about. I'm going to stop the video a little bit, but let me show you something very quickly, and we'll go back to this because I think giving you an example is really important. If you want to look at things like art, go to Pinterest. Go look at what people have already done. Type in game assets. Go to Pinterest, type in game assets. I don't know why ladies with volleyballs are coming up, volleyball players are coming up, but whatever. But take a look at some of this. And in the coming videos, I want to analyze the certain reference. And I'm just using Pinterest for educational purposes. So this is something that is a resource for all of you, as long as you have the internet, which you obviously do if you're listening to me. But I want you to look at some of this stuff that's on here. Because getting a little bit more complex, we're going to use some of the same principles for some of this stuff to look at. Here's a great site called Textures 3D for some of my hand-drawn, hand-painted artists out there, and you want to look at things. Take a look at, it's called Textures. You got to put an S on the end, because if not, you get this other site, texture.com. So make sure you put the S on the end. But you can look at this, and this will be a lot of resources. And by the time you're done with this course, and probably even through the middle of this course, you're going to be able to knock out references and look at that stuff and just be like, oh, okay, I understand. This is a series of squares, and I got some cracks in there, and I got something in between. I'm going to teach you how to analyze that stuff. Before we even get into it, I want you to have the right mindset going into this course. I'm going to stop talking. I'll see you in the next video.